So what we're looking at here is the posterior view of the human torso model, and we're going to run through the structures that are present in your handout. So if we take a moment and look, this structure right here represents the spinal cord, this yellow element. And if you look on this posterior aspect, this here is the posterior median fissure. We're also seeing coming off here, these are called rootlets. And also on your list is the spinal nerve. So remember, as we have the rootlets come out, they form the root, and when we have an anterior and posterior root come together, it forms a spinal nerve, which we're going to say is going to be delineated by these areas right in here and such, where the intervertebral foramina is located. If you take a moment and look more posterior or inferiorly, I guess would be a better term to use, this comes through here and ends in a tapered type fashion. This is the cona medullaris. And if you see all these strands here of basically spinal roots, these represent the cauda equina. The last element to look at here are the meningeal layers of the spinal cord, and what we're going to say, or what we're going to use here, is this blue layer is the dura mater. These vessels on the outside actually just represent an external venous plexus. And then deep to that, this pinkish area here is going to be the arachnoid mater. And then the pia mater would be on the surface of the spinal cord. You can't really see it here, you have to imagine it. And when you talk about the pia mater for the spinal cord, it's very delicate. It's really nothing more than elastic and collagen fibers that make this structure up. The last element you are asked to do is to remove a thoracic vertebrae and see what you have. So if we take a moment and look, you can see the vertebral canal here, and what would be in that between the bone and the dura mater, which you cannot see here, would be the epidural space, which we know is filled with adipose tissue and other things. This here's the spinal cord. Here's the intervertebral foramen, and coming out here would be the spinal nerve. And then you can see the spinal nerve branches off here into its various rami. And I believe these are all the elements you were asked to look at for this model.